Opportunity. Oh, I see. That was a phone call that was coming in. If you hear, for some reason, tires screech, cars careening out of control, you will know I look like a goddamn fool walking around with my phone out. But it is absolutely the most beautiful day in the world. I think I told you this the other day. This is the park where everybody is. They're doing some type of militarized drill here. I don't know if you can see this. Seems like a quasi-military group doing meaningless field exercises in something that I think is kind of giving the impression of some kind of purposeful synchrony, when in fact it's nothing. So, in any event, glad you could be with us. I was going to get a stick, one of those sticks, if I could, but I look like a complete fool. Being a fool is one thing, goddamn fool is another. So like I said, in the event you hear some type of awful, horrible screeching, followed by a thud and profuse exsanguination, it will be me having lost my life for this. I must, oh, look at this. Here's something here, some type of protest or something. I have no idea. Can you see this? Some type, you see this a lot in New York, quasi-demonstrations of nothing. People on the corner with bullhorns giving the impression of something important being happening. Here we go. Oh, look at this. Look at this little dog. Isn't that cute? I love dogs. I don't want to have one, I just love them. Look at this. That's that urban patois. You shining out here, girl. Sometimes I yell that in drugstores for no particular reason. I'm going to show you some really interesting stuff. Let me preface this by saying, pardon the bounce. I bet you ladies have said that before. Pardon the bounce, but I'm trying to perambulate and locomote without any excessive movement. But I'm going to show you what appears to be one of the biggest movie sets that has happened overnight. This is huge. As we say in the kitchen, huge. This is let me see if you can see this. Can you see straight ahead? This massive studio of some sort. We will take you there. To the left is DeWitt Clinton Park, which during COVID, oh my God, I wouldn't go near it. I mean, whoa, oh my God. The flotsam and jetsam of humanity, like you cannot believe. Anywho, I can't read any of your comments unless I stop. And if I were to stop, while perambulating, while locomoting, while peregrinating, it could be deadly. Here's an interesting car. Damaged. What do you expect? Anyway, this is a big auto car industry area here. Now we're coming up, this is important, coming up to 12th Avenue. This is Westside Highway. This is what this is what we kids call it. Look at the size of this enormous studio. None of this was here. It seems like the other day, none of this was here. Look at these. Let me turn it this way. Oh, I can't turn it sideways, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can show you this. This is enormous. This gets really dicey here right now. Uh-oh, we've got the light. Look at that. They're stopping. We have the light, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, look at this. Check this out. Straight ahead, the Westside Highway up towards Westchester. And then down here, check that baby out. This is taking your life in your hand. Down the street over here is the Intrepid. The Hudson is ahead of us. And this is the worst panning in the history. And by the way, this is also lazy YouTubing. I never realized the benefit of this until, or I should say, I was reminded of this. Can you see this? Thank you. Psychotic bike riders. I loathe them. Here's a man wearing a vest for no particular reason. Very good. General, thank you for your service. He has no idea what I'm saying. I always like to say also, on behalf of a grateful nation. Let me turn this around. There we go. Now, this gets really good. This is Riverside Park, so to speak. No, look at this. Check this out. This is these are people taking their lunch breaks. The excitement, you can feel it, can't you? You can feel the cacophony, the concatenation. Uh-oh. There are these bikers. Look at this. Does this look comfortable? You cannot wear a bicycle helmet without me thinking the following noise. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. More people lounging about. We're going to show you the Hudson here coming up. Look at this. Joggers. Never jog. We are bipedal, as you know. And being bipedal, let me turn this around. Being bipedal, we cannot transfer energy as a quadruped does. Those are great for running. That's the story. Quadrupeds are terrific. We can't do it. Plus men, when you get to a certain age, and ladies, the constant pounding of genitalia and appendages do not bode well for musculoskeletal integrity and the like. Here we go. Check this out here. Isn't this nice? No dogs on lawns or planted areas. Let's help the park green, okay? Help keep, rather, the park green. Now, dig this. This is the Hudson. Dun, dun, dun. More people invest, of course, taking what seems to be an inordinate amount of time for their breaks. I'm going to stop for a moment. Let me show you some interesting architecture, if I say. This, again, Westside Highway. A great building. See the triangular kind of there is a wonderful theater in there called Time, where you can sit and have people come. This man looks like he's been in a work camp. I don't mean to mock people's, what am I saying? I know exactly. Of course I mean to mock their skeletal structure. Anyway, let me show you what we've got here. This is the Hudson, and that is Jersey. About Weehawken, maybe, so to speak. Let me see if we can stop for 1 second. I'm sorry. Let me stop just to take a bit of a break so I can see what you are writing and what you are not writing. I hope you find this mildly interesting. Let me see what you've got here. See if anybody's written anything of note. Very cool. Never been to New York. Far better vocal quality. Yes, thank you. I'm also, I don't know if the camera, if I spend enough time on that. Yes, this is the, let's go back. You don't want to see me. This is the Hudson River. And this is a variety of these little appendages and piers and the like. I'm going to walk this way. You don't want to see me. These are the Muscovy ducks. They're good eating from what I understand. A while back, let me move this here. A while back we had these sheepdogs that would come, border collies, excuse me, that would be enlisted and rented to scare them off. We have people who are sunbathing. It looks like a murder scene. Let's say Jonestown at the beginning. Now, let me show you this little bit of artwork up here. There are two nice people, elderly. I hope to be elderly. How are you this fine day?
Hey, good. You?
Beautiful weather, isn't it? Yeah. Don't you love the way old people talk? I guess I'm one of them. Now look at this thing. What is this? Look at this. This is one of those little pieces of sculpture art. You're wondering, why? It has little portholes. You go around the side. It is, as the kids say, a bottle. Not a bottle, but a bottle. Let's peer into the inside. Can you see this? And what is it? Nothing. There are seats, I think plastic seats. I don't know how to get in there, nor what I want to get in there. There's a woman with blue hair. This is the oversized headphone look, noise cancellation. This is one of those breeds of dog that do not exist in the phylogenetic spectrum of nature. Purely and completely manufactured out of for no particular reason other than to create these ugly things. Pier 97 up here, ladies and gentlemen. This is all new. The piers are terrific. Behind me, more downtown, is Chelsea, which is beauteous. Lovely place for you to have your lunch. There it is. There's the Look Cinema. I hope I'm not bouncing. There's John to go, ladies and gentlemen. When you get to a certain age, very important, very, very critical. Where's the John, and is there a line? Look at that. Isn't that an interesting structure? Up you see the Henry Hudson Parkway. You might be able to see that. This is Westside Highway, as far as I'm concerned. People running to their peril. We're going out into the Hudson, ladies and gentlemen. Kayaking. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if I can. I hope you can see this. John Kennedy was a big purveyor of kayaking. I have yet to do that. See no reason to. My adventure is very, very simple. I did aerobatics years ago, skydiving, and then stopped completely. I was really excited and exciting, and then I said, that's enough. This is one of my favorite structures. Look at this. Remember when you would go to a regular, I don't know, park, and there'd be a swing set? What the is this? It looks like look at the dogwoods are here. See, it's springtime. See that pink? The pink, I wouldn't call it verdure. Maybe the rubescence, the rosé rubescence. But dig this. What was he thinking? What was this man or woman smoking? Over there, there's kind of an escape hatch motif. Let's walk out here, shall we? Loads of kids, families. You have here, this is what you normally see, a variety of people doing jobs. They really don't amount to anything. But remember, if you have either a clipboard, a ladder, or a screwdriver, nobody will ever ask you what you're doing. Moving up here. This, believe it or not, I'm going to tell you something. Can you see the cruise ship over there? Can you see that? The top of that? That's where they come in. Watching that, we can see that from our window, and seeing how they coordinate with tugs is simply incredible. Let's go in here, shall we? This is Pier 97 Field. From 9 a.m. to dusk, for everyone's enjoyment and safety. This, please, may be reserved for permit holders. Users are responsible for restoring all areas of the park affected by their use to their proper condition. Play at your own risk. Have you been injured? You want to be injured. Hudson River Park Trust is not responsible for any injuries, death, mutilation, or paralysis sustained during the course of play. Secure your belongings. Remember where you are. This is very nice. This has a kind of a spongy sort of feel to it. Over here is this, again, this indiscriminate pipes and steam. On 56th Street, which is up a bit, we have the garbage sanitation collectibles. All of this here, in days gone by, where the big ships came, and also right around here, all of you organized crime fans, up, I'm now facing, can you see the Empire State Building? Let me see if I can you see him right there? My hand is shaking. Please, it's not Parkinson's or a tremor. You know what happens. But down this direction towards Chelsea, towards the 20s, we're in the 50s. This is famous 57th Street up here. This is where everything is. CBS, what used to be CBS. This is the sanitation facility right here. That kind of a weird undulating architecture. I think sanitation is the most important. Helicopters galore. Sad to say, remember those poor people in Spain. Did you know that when they had their funeral, they played New York, New York? I don't know if you knew that, but they loved the city so much despite the fact of what happened. It's not the city's fault, but we of course forgot all about this because of the 3-day rule. See these wonderful little places people can just stop and in the middle of this hustle, bustle. I cannot tell you, I cannot describe the breeze, the beauteousness. And when it comes off of the Hudson here, this denotes the west side. The opposite side, of course, is the East River. Isn't this fascinating? By the way, if you like what I'm doing, give me $100. That's one thing about YouTube. Leave any amount of class you had. Please give me. Buy me coffee, Patreon, Filipino Kruger ends, Patreon, sling me on, buy check, buy Chuck, bite me, anything, please, send me money. Help me, be a pal, Patreon. We have extended play. Isn't this, seriously, you could just get up in the middle of the day, just walk on over. You have the Westside Highway, the West Side. Look at this ugly, look at some of this horrible architecture. There it is, you can see. Right down there, of course, is the Empire. You can't see, and thankfully, we can't see the Freedom Tower, which is the remnant. Here's a man talking to himself. I've often thought that what we should do is for people who are obviously schizoid, ambulatory schizophrenic and the like, it's sad they're talking to themselves. Just give them your old earbuds or earpieces that don't work anymore and give them the impression that they're speaking with someone. Oh, there's a bikini. I don't want to do that. I'm probably violating anybody who wears a bikini in New York City. Seriously. Come on, please. For the love of God. Again, more of these. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service. I say that. Nobody's ever asked me, what service? Don't forget also, on behalf of a grateful nation. That's a big one. I'm going to stop up here. And we're going to have a seat. And I'm going to be able to describe more of what's going on here. Are you having fun? If you do, let me know. Send me $100. That's pathetic. Box 251. Do not remove furniture from this area. Here, this is so beautiful. Let me just tell you, I would rather be with you people, there we go, than the finest people in the world. Are you having fun? I can't read by virtue of the sun. I'll do my best. I can't read this. It says, no, I can't read. I can't read anything that you're saying, so I hope it's good. If it's not, whatever. I did, oh, there we go. Can you see the little water taxi? Let me turn this around here. Can you see the water taxi? They are on the hour, every hour. I'm sorry for the tremor. I'm sorry. It's not my hand. I don't have some kind of Parkinsonian problem. So all we do is we hear planes, helicopters. In any event, I've got to stop saying that in any event. But they have the water taxis. You can catch it from Hoboken. Hoboken was a happening place. Hoboken, Jersey City, unrecognizable. Unrecognizable. But today is just, I gotta tell you something. The wind, the warm, everybody's in a groove. I sound like a 60s hippie. It's beautiful. I did a piece today, a live feed, as it were. That was a lot of fun. But this, I'm telling you, I hope you like this. Here's a man talking to himself. And what am I doing? I'm not talking to myself. Technically, I'm talking to you. People who are rude and screaming and stuff, I don't do that. This is as far as it goes. And why am I doing this? Simple. This is the easiest YouTubing to do. Absolutely no effort whatsoever. I don't have to think of anything, no graphics, nothing. It goes up, it gets monetized. It's perfect. I love it. Can't do that on radio. By the way, tomorrow I'm going to be recording another piece with our good friend Governor David Patterson, who was the Lieutenant Governor and Governor of New York, on an ABC format called Left Right. That's interesting. I would show this to you, but it's too far away. Can you hear that? Very militaristic. The Hudson over here, you know what, enough about me. The Hudson is where let me go down here a little bit. The Hudson is where the Comfort came. Remember the Comfort, that ship, the SS, whatever, Comfort for COVID? I'm going right to the corner right now. See if we can look down. We can't see the Statue of Liberty, but it's in this direction. And the first thing you notice when you see it is, it's green. Oh my God, the wind, the breeze. Look at these beautiful stanchions. Maybe we'll see a bird or something. Isn't that something? God knows how long they've been there. The history of this. This is one of these, I don't know if this is a circle line. Can you see this? Let me go up here. You see that? A circle line, to me, would be kind of what I think Dante's hell might be. I guess if you've never been here before, it's great. You go around the entire island of Manhattan. Now, straight ahead, the George Washington Bridge. Can you see this? There we go, straight ahead. The GWB, as we say, and that connects us to Jersey, Fort Lee. This, I believe, is one of these tourist vessels. It's very nice. Today would be, no, you know what, this looks more private. I don't see anybody on there. It's also very hazy today. We have poor air quality. We've been warned about this all day. Poor air quality. What am I supposed to do? I have no idea. They say don't go outside, poor air quality. So anyway, down here, more helicopters. The Verrazano Bridge. There is a terribly anti-Italian reference to that. This is what separates us from Staten Island. Jersey, which you've seen now, this pan is horrible. This pan is horrible. There's a man behind me talking. How dare you, sir? You're violating my space. And then we have that. So far, the $100 marker has not hit. No takers. No takers. What are you going to do? So, let me go back to what I was saying. I did a very good thing today. Let me change this back. I did a very interesting piece today, which I wanted to remind you of. And I think it's too heavy. I might do it later at 7. And it has to do with a couple of things which I think are critical. Somebody needs to explain once and for all what the beef is, so to speak, with the Middle East. And I addressed, I think, very, very cogently, very brilliantly, what the term anti-Semitism means. And is there a constitutional right to be anti-Semitic? The answer is yes, so long as, of course, that anti-Semitism or protest-Semitism or any kind of behavior, as long as it doesn't result in people being hurt or harmed or what have you. The problem with this is that the term has been conflated. So it has been perceived as suggesting anything that is against Israeli political ideology. That is not anti-Semitism. Not only that, we looked at the word of what Semitism is and what is a Semite. And it goes from the Phoenicians to the Macedonians to the Arabs. It's fascinating. Fascinating to me. Next, I'm going to do, I think, a piece on the history of what Ukraine and what Mr. Putin wanted. Nobody understands that. And as you know from watching me, I will sometimes glom onto something, a particular subject that only I care about. And by virtue of the amount of intrigue that it's caused, people don't find it interesting at all. But that doesn't stop me in the least. By the way, please make sure you check out my great interview with our good friend Eric Thaddeus Walters on the papacy, the St. Gallen mafia. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I think that'll do it. Let me tell you, I've enjoyed this thoroughly. I hope you had a very good time. I hope you enjoyed this. Put your thoughts and comments below. I'm going to give you more of a, I think, better tour. We'll go next time more towards Chelsea. Again, this is a beautiful place. If you're in New York, please visit. Bring the family. It is so, ever since President Trump, this is what his 93rd or 94th day, he's changed it dramatically. He did it almost as much as Rudy changed it. When Rudy was mayor, it was beyond safe. But it's beautiful. I'm a native New Yorker born elsewhere, and I love this city, and I love the people, and there's so many little amenities like this all up and down the Hudson. So please come and see us. Have a wonderful day, my friends. Thank you so much. I think I'm going to switch over and do one of these for my other channel, which is the Lionel Legal channel. And we'll wax juridical about that. In any event, thank you for being with us. I have no idea what you wrote. I hope it was kind. But if you appreciate what I'm doing, send me $100. Multiple. Send me, no, thousands in lower denominations in a bag, someplace I can pick up. In any event, have a great day, my friends. Thank you. Don't forget, as we always say, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. That. I don't know if I hit that. Did I? Nope.